live. Kind of.
Kind of.
I feel like it's become a trademark that if we're not late, then we're missing someone.
Yeah.
I guess. We're not
Er-
missing
er-
Max dabbing, though.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know if that's on me to adjust Brandon or
Why? What's wrong?
your eyes are covered by the text.
You know
Hold
how
on.
you like dwarf most of us in height normally in
It
person?
looks like you're trying to do
You're doing
that with
same
the
thing- yeah,
camera.
you're doing the same thing on stream.
Yeah.
The location of
I
your
moved my camera from the initial location,
Yeah.
so
the location of your camera, because it's looking somewhat up at you,
Yeah.
it's just like the pathetic meme.
Also, I forgot to prepare having his little birthday hat, but he's not even here, so he doesn't deserve it. No, I'm kidding. He's not
No
at
birthday
fault
to
of
you.
his own. They were out eating at a restaurant, I assume for his birthday. And it is raining pretty bad there,
assume.
so they
Yeah.
are being held up a little bit. So he will be late. As far as I know, he said he's on his way. What was about 6 months ago.
on the bright side, he's coming in with a new character who hasn't yet been introduced, so
yeah.
we're fine.
So it works. Okay.
It works.
So recap.
And
Yep. The party found themselves. Yeah, birthday boy gets to be late. True. The party found themselves exiting last session. I suppose I should start off with. The party found themselves exiting out of the tomb that they had previously discovered to be the tomb of Skathor Rath, an ancient figure within the history of the Republic of Kuanir.
He seemed to be a wizard, that is all I know.
He was pretty wizard.
virgin.
Oh yeah, can we bring back the word wizard as a stand-in for cool?
Yes.
Let's just do that in our campaign.
Just our campaigns.
Anytime you say cool, you just gotta replace it with wizard.
Yep.
That's pretty
It'll-
fucking wizard.
It'll be pretty wizard.
Let's go.
God damn you.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a trip.
Max, you're the boomer here.
True.
You should be the one encouraging us to use old slang.
Old slang is new slang now. That's why he doesn't like it.
By taking
You
it back
either,
from the
you
boomers.
either what is that fucking it's the adjustment to the line. You either live long, you either die a hero or live long enough to see
See
yourself
yourself
become a
become the
villain.
villain. Yeah.
Isn't like
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
either die a good meme or you live long enough to become a dead meme.
Yeah. True. So, exiting out of the tomb, you guys were briefly met by the site manager. Well, because I
Who we
haven't had a
totally
reason
fucked
to
with.
change his name, Mr. Birthday Boy that's not present, so I don't want to hear shit from you. Hold on. It'll get changed when your new character's been introduced, but it hasn't been introduced yet, so. I'm leaving the name there so that way it just doesn't look like a blank black spot, you know? So, exiting out, you guys messed around with the site manager, Mr. Drinstail, and sent him in the opposite direction of where you were actually heading, hoping to throw him off as he did not seem very trustworthy in the least.
Yep. It's a big brain play.
Hookers and blackjack, but was it blackjack from the other campaign is the question.
Yeah. No, he's still
Yes.
updating. Forever. He's stuck in a boot
shit.
loop.
Messed up.
Oh, just like my Xbox.
Dang.
See, people,
Rest in
this is
peace,
what
that
happens when you
Xbox.
unplug your computer while it's updating.
I accidentally messed up for a second, but I fixed it. I wanted it. Okay.
That's a good one.
Wait a minute, I know exactly what happened to Blackjack.
We'll get to that. Hold
Think
on,
about it.
let me
We
finish
used
the
him as the anchor. And we all know you always do more damage to electronics when they're plugged in.
True.
If
He
you
has
put
a
them
point.
underwater.
Solid point. Can't argue with that one.
Big
We gave
brain.
him water damage.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I've always
So
been astonished
we
by
never put him
how
in
much
rice, you know.
they're able to. Yeah. You know,
No, we're trying to dry him out.
sidetrack from that. I've always been astonished with how much computers have come with how much water damage they're actually able to sustain. Like if they're
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
unplugged.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, it's because there's no current going through it, so there's no like short circuiting.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, messing around with the site manager, you guys, after doing so and being rewarded, a good bit of gold, which I believe Jada was keeping track of, and I assume you distributed that.
No,
Which
we
you said
actually
you were
didn't do
going
that.
No.
Not yet.
Okay. Then we'll
But
just
Why would I
because,
distribute the wealth without being asked? I'm not a communist.
Well, we weren't all together. At
well,
the end
you
of
were
this,
you
which
were
is
the
why.
person saying
That
that you
too.
would, but yeah.
Because Red Foo isn't here, we don't have to split it 4 ways.
Exactly.
Hey.
That's true, actually. So you might want to try to do that before, the new party member comes along.
We could always just tell him to fuck off. He wasn't here for it.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not his
I
reward.
mean,
Red Food probably won't even show back up. So,
Ogden's
Okay.
not here. Split it 2 ways.
yes, we'll
Yeah,
get to
but
that
I
in a
was
second.
there
Though.
when we got paid, so I know.
He does know. And he's probably very frugal about money. It's Max's character after all. So,
I
after making
basically
your
Mr.
way
Krabs.
after making your way out of the small little archaeology camp, you guys why? Why?
Oh
You
my
guys
god! I can make
began-
him Mr. Krabs!
Heading
It's pretty wizard.
towards the city of Alwick, ending up deciding to stop in a small little tourist town called Wolf Pine, where you guys have found a hotel and decided to stay in. Chorus and Jada had their short adventure to one of the hot springs at the hotel that they are currently staying at. Jada promptly decided to mess with everyone in the hot spring, slapping everyone's ass equally.
Only 2.
He's an equal
That's true.
opportunity sexual offender.
but it was a male's ass and a female's ass.
Yeah.
So,
Now we just need a changeling and the trinity will be complete.
God.
I can make a changeling.
No.
Oh, that means your character gets replaced.
Fair
Also,
enough.
you're not allowed to play changelings, Max.
Why?
Because you're Max.
I don't get that.
I don't know if I do
Anyone
either, but it
else
doesn't
with
matter.
me here?
I guess I can kind of see it. He would probably.
Why? What specifically?
I
Wrong
don't
with
want to
changelings
imagine
for
what
me?
you would do with the changeling.
Well, Max, I can't say what specifically because we're live.
Yeah.
DM it to me then.
There's some scary
no.
thoughts I feel like he could come
No.
up with.
Oh, wait a
And
minute.
Brandon
Wait a
doesn't
minute.
want to give him the thoughts, but anyways.
Would I like seduce somebody and then in the heat of the
I don't
moment
wanna
just
do
change
Anyways.
my just change my face to like
Anyways.
Bob Ross?
Maybe.
I'm hoping if I say it enough, he'll end up just getting distracted and writing it down. So
It's like, shit, did I put on a condom? There's just happy little accidents.
um
You're only giving me more ideas by convincing me not to do it.
Okay.
um
And this is why we're not going to let you do it.
yes.
Yeah,
That's
precisely.
why I'm on the verge of fucking muting my entire party. So
I wouldn't even blame you, man.
yes. The party actually I could just deafen, but whatever. So Chorus and Jada had their short little stint before heading back up to their respective rooms. And we said that we would pick up with what Ogden would be doing in the meanwhile. So Ogden, you had separated Ogden, what the fuck ever. Actually, there's totally something I meant to tell you about the name that you chose, but it doesn't matter right now. Deafening is giving up, muting is punishing. Kirby has a good
I
point.
agree with that statement.
Very good point. Yeah. So, Ogden, you had separated yourself from the party, and were, I believe, trying to head to find prostitutes or something, correct?
Or something.
Either that or a mix of prostitutes and just going on a massive pub crawl.
Okay. We'll say that progressively happens as you go on a pub crawl. So
Just think Bender's Night Out from Futurama when he
Yeah.
becomes human. For those of you who don't know what
I
that
heard
is,
the
just
sign
look it up on
that's in
YouTube.
yeah. So, you start making your way around. This is the equivalent to a college town, so it's still very lively, even though it is past midnight at this point.
And also, it's elves. So
Yeah, they do not give a shit.
It's it's elves. It's a college town, and it's a vacation spot. So it's like
It is the trinity of a hangover the next morning. So
come on, shake it back to that conga. No, I can't control yourself any longer.
So Ogden, you find yourself coming across what appears to be sort of a strand of several different bars. You can already see there are several elves just absolutely wasted. A couple are just kind of like leaning against the fence, just out. A couple you can still see vomiting, and you can still see several groups kind of roaming around. Yeah, I don't imagine they do.
I wonder, does a dwarf have advantage in a drinking contest against an elf?
No. Not college student elves.
yeah.
Um,
Nobody gets advantage against frat boys.
Technically, hold on a second. Technically, in dwarf years,
I think
I'm
as a dwarf you
technically,
get advantage on Constitution saves, anyways, don't you?
I think,
Am I
actually.
correct? I'm thinking that.
I know that Goliaths do, I believe, but that's also has to do with just athletic saves as well.
No, you do not.
Okay.
Yeah, you get advantage on saving throws against poison, but or actually, what kind of
Do
dwarf
we-
even are you? I don't think there's that
Uh,
big of a differences though.
I just chose like standard ass dwarf. I'm not 100% sure either.
Okay, so whatever. Unfortunately, you do not. Yeah,
Damn.
it's poison.
Cool.
It'd probably make more sense if he was mountain.
Mm.
So, yeah, you basically have your pick of any bar you want to. There's not really seem to be any big differences. They're all bars.
A bar is a bar.
So I assume you just go in and just ask for a drink immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have money?
Yes, I do.
From where?
Some starting stuff. Hold on a second.
Okay. I don't think I made people roll for starting gold, so I can't. Maybe I did actually.
Let me check my.
Cause I think maybe I did. I remember making you guys roll starting gold for one of the one shots.
I have 70 gold, so I think you probably.
Yeah, I think I did. So yeah, you should have starting gold.
I have 117 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we rolled.
So, yeah, you walk in. What do you and you can see it's the bars are like the first bar you walk into is not like packed or anything. You can see a couple people standing around enjoying their drinks. You make your way over to the counter where you see the bartender currently dealing with another customer as he's serving them a drink.
I just now realized something, and this kind of applies to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, more to me than anything. I'm still wearing my fucking like full armor and a backpack full of explosives.
It's fine. I don't know what explosives you have, but I don't want to find out either.
Well, there's actual stats for dynamite sticks, so
Yeah.
probably just that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 9 blasting charges, which that's kind of what we agree that they would be.
Stick of dynamite, yeah.
So, you make your way in. The bartender is a wood elf, a pretty sturdy looking wood elf actually, somewhat bulky, especially for an elf. But you can see he finished with the customer he was talking to, before he turns his attention over to you and says, what do you be having?
2 Jaegers, mate.
I can do that. And before he turns back around, he says, mug or bottle?
Bottle.
All right. And you see him turn around. He grabs 2 bottles, quickly pops the tops off with just like the snap of his fingers, and places them down in front of you and says, there you go, mate.
And how much I owe you?
Well, do you want it on your tab, or you gonna pay now?
Might as well pay now while I'm still
All right.
coherent.
Silver each.
Silver each. All right.
And he'll
10
Where
silver.
can I
10
get
silver is 1 gold, right?
Jägermeister in single serve bottles?
Yes.
I thought we were.
want
I was going
this.
for the full bottle. Damn.
Say
Like
that
the
again?
actual, like fucking. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they're single serve. It's not
Alright.
full bottles. But
10 silver is 1 gold, right?
yes, so you can give
Take
him 1
currency
gold and you'll get 8 silver back.
Give him a gold and just say keep these flowing until that runs out.
You could do that too,
That's what I would do.
because he said he was gonna go bar diving, so he could just keep going to different ones.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, that too.
So yeah, I assume
Bar crawl.
you hand him the 1 gold. He hands you 8 silver back and says you have a good night. Before he
Right,
starts
I'm just
attending to
gonna-
other customers.
I'm just gonna.
Also, the wood elf is like subtly either Irish or Australian, and I'm here for it.
It's both.
I'm just gonna because Ogden's got a kettle hat. I'm gonna see if I could just break the tops off of both of the bottles. Oh wait, no, he already did
He
that.
already popped
Shit.
them off.
Damn, I was gonna break the tops off of both the bottles and just kind of
Yeah.
like down them like this.
Fortunately, he was 1 step ahead of you there.
Damn.
But yeah.
Waiting
If-
for Ogden to just fail his very first Constitution save
Uh,
and just get hammered
he's-
after 1 sip.
He's sturdy enough that these first 2 bottles aren't really going to affect him yet. Anything afterwards, however, I would say would start to affect him.
What size bottles are they, though?
I didn't think that far ahead.
Size of a. Let's just say they're about the size of a standard energy drink or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah, that works.
Wait, is that 16 or 20 fluid ounces?
Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
16.
Think
16.
okay.
Not intended for individuals under the age of 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that worked. That definitely works.
Tell that to my
Yeah.
coworkers at every job I've ever had.
Oh yeah.
I find that hilarious.
So.
Also, can we just fucking appreciate the fact that fucking god damn it, I lost what I was gonna say. Shit.
Back
I hate it when that
to-
happens.
Cheers, I'll drink to that.
Exactly.
Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
To give you an example
Yeah.
of how my day has gone so far,
Oh.
this
Hmm.
as well as, and this is the past 2 hours.
Nice.
Damn, dude.
So
You, where's your jug of water, Max? Stay
Yeah.
hydrated. Stay
I stay
hydrated.
hydrated now.
Hydration, homie.
Bold
Whereas
of you
my
to
excuse
assume I
is,
haven't
"Just
been
has water in
hydrated.
it."
Yeah.
It's got water in it. It's
So,
fine.
Ogden,
Where did I put my water?
do you decide to stay in this bar for a while, or are you gonna immediately head out after kind of chugging your drinks down?
I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure. I could just totally see Ogden just getting absolutely shit faced and just getting
Yeah.
onto the dance floor, just to some old like, just doing them to like the fucking
There's not
Russian-
really music playing in this one.
Honestly, I just picture Rah Rah Rasputin playing, and he just starts dancing like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, I can see that.
I was just gonna say like he's doing like the fucking like whatever that kicking like the Russian like folk
Yeah,
dance
oh,
is
yeah.
to like
Yeah.
whoop, there it is.
God,
No,
why?
that's disgusting. No,
Exactly, which is why he would be
I
doing it.
hate it.
He's probably oh my god. He's a Scottish he's a drunk Scottish
Oh,
bombardier.
no. Okay. Anyways,
no.
so whether you decide
No,
to
you're
chug
not
them
allowed.
or slowly sip them, you eventually decide to move on to the next bar in the line. This one you see has like a different kind of look to it. The first one you went to was more like traditional, very sort of old-fashioned looking, almost you could say. This one has more of like a overly compensating feel to it. You feel like there's too much going on. It just feels like they're trying to be like, hey, look at our bar. It's super fucking cool and hip. Yes, all you college students come here. It's that kind of like bar. And you're just like, do I want to go in there?
Now, in my
It's
personal
fucking
experience,
rounders.
those kinds of and as this IRL experience, those kinds of bars are the places that have the most watered down drinks and at the same time the most fist fights.
Yep.
Yeah. So I take you're
That's
going in
about
after that
right.
one.
However, it also has the highest likelihood of a titty popping out, so I'm going in.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And you are immediately met with disappointment, as it seems like this is damn near barren. All you can see like a couple of like fairly unattractive elven-looking guys just kind of standing, or like a group of like four guys just kind of like standing around, just like sipping on these literally like martini glass drinks, and they're just kind of like sipping on them.
They're
And
like
just-
in the corner crying together at the same time.
They're not. They're all like standing at the corner, and they're also like weirdly dressed. You can see like leather on them. You're kind of like, huh?
Oh man. You found the gay bar.
Oh,
Ogden just takes off his pants like the fucking like
Oh,
pull off
God.
ones.
Aren't you wearing
No.
armor?
Yeah, you're wearing armor, she.
Shit.
Did I stutter?
It'll
he's
take you a
wearing
while longer than rip-off pants.
You
I don't
didn't-
know how exactly. I don't know how exactly to do this, or
Wait,
how
isn't
exactly I'm gonna explain this. But
Isn't there
I
an armor of doffing where you can like stick a command
Yeah.
and it just pops off?
So we're not getting
Yeah.
into detail with this
Why
one,
do I
'cause I don't
picture-
want to
No,
imagine what
no,
he's gonna.
no.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna put a monk character with that whole thing that is basically Puri prisoner from One Punch
Oh my
Man.
god. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
I am on board.
Oh my
Oh,
god. Send it, bro.
Uh,
Send it.
Cindy.
It's just gonna be like when I get like advantage on every single grappling attack because as
We'll
somebody
see.
who's fought multiple naked people before, don't ask.
That would be like a super meme one shot. That would never work in a campaign.
I don't need to ask why you fought several naked people before, Max.
I don't think we want to know either.
No.
Let's just say things like
I don't
this were
need to
involved.
ask.
Anyways, so I will say actually, you do notice sitting in one of the corners. You hadn't noticed it originally, but you see a fairly familiar person.
Oh,
Red Foo.
Oh shit!
sitting in the corner on the opposite side of the other guys.
At the gamer.
Just kind of sipping away at his drink, saying nothing. He does not pay any attention to anything around the bar. You see, he's just staring at his drink and just drinking it, and that's it.
He's in an animation loop right now.
Yeah.
It's his idle animation.
You see it lag sometimes. Like he'll just stop and just kind of like teleport a little bit.
And then he's like on top of it, like he's like halfway through the table T-posing, and then he's like upside down in the A pose.
And then he's suddenly on top of the table, walking in place, and then he's back to sipping.
So, what are you doing, Ogden?
So good.
And this is all assuming that Red Foo isn't gonna like automatically notice anything. But I'm wondering whether or not I'd be able to like not pick up in that way all those dudes and just basically say like, "Hey yo, join the pub crawl. Let's all get shit faced."
Okay.
So yeah, okay, you're gonna yell that out to him.
Hey pussies, let's go get smashed.
I had an accent that I almost had in my head, and I was like, no, it's gonna be too bad, and I feel like it would be.
Bad accents are the best accents. Come on, man.
No.
Come on, you gotta go with
bad
the
for multiple
biggest
reasons.
Eastern
So I'm not...
European you can go with. Dude. You gotta do it. Just come on, man.
I tried to
Fucking
think.
send it.
Gay Russian, let's go.
So basically, you see the group looks at you, and one of them goes, no, thank you. We don't want it. We are fine drinking our drinks. Thank you.
He did it, the mad lad.
And they just go back to sipping on their little martinis.
These damn high elves don't know how to have fun, man.
Yeah, especially the gay ones, you know.
Fucking buzzkills.
However, you notice approaching you from the corner, as Red Foo is now standing next to you and says, yeah, let's go.
Hey, I thought
Oof.
I said this.
You see,
Yeah,
see him just walk out, and he just starts moving to the next bar already, all by himself.
Just abandon him.
Can we say that he goes into the bar I just came from?
No, he keeps going down the line. So, what do you do now?
Well, might as well go and watch this train wreck.
Oh, so you're following after him?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you follow him to the next bar down the line. This one is somewhat similar to the first one that you were at, kind of more traditional, but a lot bigger. You can tell this is probably the hot spot of the area, as it is. You see all kinds of people around it. It's even a bit of a tight squeeze to get in. As you can see, it is almost completely packed.
This is Rounders.
And you notice Red Foo is kind of like, you can still kind of see him. It's like that kind of weird, like short person that you can still point out in a crowd. Because everyone else is so much taller than them, they still stand out.
So it's literally just Brendan.
It's like Brendan. Yeah.
They only stand out because there's a weird gap in the crowd.
Yeah. Or you can like see him in between the legs. You're just like, wait, what? And you see as he actually appears to be approaching. What you as you kind of get a little closer to the bar, to the counter itself, you notice that he's approaching a woman sitting in the left corner. And we're gonna take a second.
Are you going to have Red Foo cock block me?
No.
We're
gonna take a second.
About to introduce his replacement.
We're gonna take a second and add Roach in. So we'll be right back. It shouldn't be longer than like 5 minutes.
Red Foo's about to introduce his fucking replacement. That's great.
I'm forcing Red Foo.
He's playing a chick for the first time I've ever.
All right. So yeah.
Yeah, this is
give us 5 minutes. We'll be right back.
Character, I think.
And we're back.
Look at
Only
you.
Max could
That wasn't
watch
that bad.
someone die and say it was entertaining.
Why is this? God, why?
I'm not gonna
Why would
lie.
they
I
pick that up as
legitimately
we come
started
back from our
saying in
break?
my head.
Anyways,
we're back.
we
to
have our
being live.
birthday boy.
I
Yay.
literally heard in my head the
Max,
fucking line
we're-
from the SpongeBob theme.
Um, don't tell him. He doesn't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to hear what he was saying.
What? So yeah, we have our birthday boy now. Like,
What's that?
yeah, I don't have your
I
hat
have been
prepared. I'm
drinking
sorry.
since noon, so it's great.
I've
Yeah.
been drinking
Wait,
since.
Did you even know your work was canceled for you at that point?
6:30.
I had guessed. Yeah.
Okay.
When did I get the text? Let's see.
So. Anyways,
Yeah, we said yeah. They said it's rainy day off at 11 o'clock.
yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh, too much
Kaylin.
tequila in this.
is that how you say your name, Kaylin?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would assume so.
That's
You
weird.
made
That's
the
what I call my
name. What do you
cousin.
mean you can assume so?
It's an Elven
That
name.
is a name.
So Kaylin, you
Sounds
watch
pretty
as
white to me.
a weird, almost disfigured looking gnome is just now slowly approaching you. And as he gets a couple feet away, he goes, "Hi there, miss.
Wanna fuck?
Sorry, I might be a little inebriated.
Well,
Oh,
he's
no,
using
show us
big
your tits.
words.
You
A
know,
Red food
big
just used
word
a
for
big
somebody
word.
with 5 inch.
he has to use big words to impress the women.
He's got a point.
And I
He's
just
more
couldn't
sophisticated the drunker he gets.
help but notice as I entered the bar a gorgeous woman such as yourself drinking alone.
I'm actually going to walk up to. I'm sorry to have to interrupt this, but I'm going to walk up
Redfoo takes a
to,
giant swig of a bottle of
to
rum.
Red Foo. I'm gonna just walk up to Red Foo, and because I think he's a gnome, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a gnome.
Okay, he's shorter than a dwarf. I'm going to just put my arm on his head and say, "Watch out! This package contains small parts."
God damn, you'd have to murder him.
I'm just gonna get up and walk away. At that point.
Okay. So you watch as the elven woman, who has not actually been described. So if you actually want to describe what Kaelin looks like.
Sure. Where's the description at? She's 5'3". She looks like she's like 20s ish because she's like 200 years old ish.
Same.
Not same.
Paler blue skin.
Blue skin. All right.
Bluish. Yeah.
Blue
Same.
tint.
Like a, like, light bluish hue skin. She's not a like
I'm-
wood elf or anything like that. She's a shadow elf. So
Shadar Kai, okay.
Ooh. Okay, that explains things.
Yeah, I was about to ask, are you like a sea elf, drow, or Shadar Kai or something?
Hmm.
Hey guys, how drunk do you think I'd have to be to forget D&D stuff?
Very.
Let's not
Blackout.
try.
We
have to be
played D&D
blackout.
trivia. We played D&D trivia. I can't even speak, but like I just type out the answer perfectly.
That's why I said you have to be blackout drunk. You'd have to be passed out to forget the D&D stuff.
I don't know
Yeah.
my name, but I can tell you when you make this attack, it's 2d6s plus 4, and then your constitution.
For which
modifier.
weapon, though? Great sword.
Add
And
your con mod, it would have to be like the Dampier though, wouldn't it?
I'll just
Who
make
knows?
stuff up as I go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
D&D
that's the only
stuff.
thing I can think of that adds con.
you were literally making stuff up, and Brandon still could name it. So
Drink more. You're not there yet.
yeah, you're gonna need a lot more alcohol, Brandon. Also, I don't know if you read, but Kirby told you to clean your wins.
Me?
Me?
Yeah.
I think that might just be his laptop's camera.
It might be the
already.
laptop camera. I have no clue.
It's got that bloom effect.
Yeah. not exactly probably the highest quality.
not.
I would say the camera is probably the single worst hardware piece of
Yeah.
this PC.
Most
this
laptops.
desktop.
I mean, yeah, it's the easiest place to go cheap on.
It really is, yeah.
So
It's like worst case, you get a $20 webcam and double the quality, if not better.
Ogden,
I
you
mean,
watch
there's
a
a
defeated
light
Red
right
Foo
there.
just sits down at the table that Kaylin was sitting at, and then just starts chugging the bottle he's holding.
You just ruined this poor
chug,
man's life.
chug.
It seems like it's not been his night.
I can't imagine it was.
get better
Unfortunate
at
for
it.
the poor guy. What gets for leaving the
F in
party?
chat.
Yeah.
Can we
It's
get an
full
F
of-
in chat for Red Foo?
Poor Red Food.
We need multiple F's for Red Foo.
F.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, there we
The
go.
full train. So
Build a
We don't
chat
have,
with
we don't
F.
have a whole train yet. Bradley hasn't done it.
I think Bradley left. Probably go play Call of
Rip.
Duty. Let's be honest.
Probably.
That sounds
Fucking
fun.
scrub.
You're not even wrong.
Yeah.
That's probably what he's doing.
Somebody
Guaranteed.
having hobbies and interests that don't align with my personal tastes.
Exactly.
Cringe.
Oh no, he plays just to troll.
Oh.
That is
Oh
his
yeah, no, he
entire
just
reason to
trolls
play.
people.
Is he
It's
the-
great.
Please tell me he's the one that uses an intentionally shitty mic to call people the N-word.
Probably. That sounds like something he'd
Sounds
do.
like him.
God.
But we won't get into
More
that because we don't
More
condone
like
that.
being more like being the person who would use a really low quality mic to just moan seductively whenever he kills
He'd probably
someone.
actually, yeah. That sounds.
he-
That's
That is
exactly what
much
he
more
would do.
his
And
style.
occasionally yelling.
your
That
headset
is
dying?
exactly
Sorry, is
what
your
he would
headset
do.
dying, or are you dry humping a T82?
Yeah.
A T82.
TI-82, yeah. So, Kaylin, upon being
Sorry, I think your auto tune is broken.
hit on by the small gnomish fellow, where do you make your way to after getting up and moving around?
I'm gonna go back to the bar.
Okay. There's not much counter space, but you do manage to kind of slip in.
Small elf.
Yeah. However, being a elf that is kind of alone in a bar, you're not exactly left alone frequently. So,
That's fair.
In a town of elves, though.
yeah. Well, but she's also alone, so frat boys are gonna be frat boys. So yeah, quickly you have suitor after suitor trying to say something to you, trying to hit on you or do anything weird.
I'm not going to I'm not going to charge in and go defend my lady or any shit like
You're
that.
not gonna go full white knight? Dang.
No.
Unfortunate. I was hoping we could get that.
Fortunate.
Red Foo is too drunk and is already completely lost to even try, so.
Yep.
Poor lad.
Red Food now runs on depression and liquor.
Okay. Speaking
Just
of
until he
depression
wakes
and
up.
liquor,
And then he
I'm
tries again.
going to I'm gonna
Speaking
walk
of
over to
depression
the.
and liquor. I need to refill my cup. No, I don't. I still have plenty.
Speaking of depression and liquor, I'm actually going to go over to the bar, and how easy would it be for me to convince the bartender that both mine and her drinks are on Red Foo's tab?
Give me.
I'm gonna ruin this man's whole life.
Oh man.
no.
I was gonna say give me a
This is
persuasion roll,
evil.
but I want you to try to persuade me. What?
Yeah,
So
this
you
is
walk
his-
up to the bartender. You're like, okay, I want a drink. So there's this nice lady here, and it's gonna be on that guy's tab. Is that pretty much what you say? Just that.
Didn't they go to a different bar though?
Red Food's still there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to basically say is like, hey, my buddy over there is because he kind of came in with me. Like we were in close enough proximity to each other when we were walking in. Where did our DM go?
Mm.
Good question.
Is probably. Or perhaps liquor. Oh, he's talking to his dad.
My dad just gave me alcohol.
Okay, man.
Let's go.
I mean, I already had.
Cheers, bro. I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
No, it was like this banana pudding shot. It was really good. So, just give me a persuasion roll. Yeah, it's not a very high DC. He did kind of.
There's
It was
too
hard
much
for him to
tequila
notice
in
you,
this.
but
Okay, 1 second. Dice channel. 1 second. Let me just pull up my exact stats for him because, let's be honest, I haven't memorized his character sheet yet.
How dare you not memorize your character sheet?
Suck my
Yeah,
dick.
imagine not knowing that you can cast Find Familiar, Disguise Self.
Well, I would like to just.
It's a third one.
So,
Brandon over here just struggling to get through his character sheet in his head.
It's
I like to
memory
just-
based, man. Come on.
See, I can name all the spells I can cast.
well,
Charm person, that's it.
I'm already done listing all my spells.
Okay,
how-
Marshall.
let's see how badly I fail at this shit.
$14.
I'm gonna gesture.
14.
I'm going to gesture over to my
I've read that
my halfling friend, or sorry, gnomish friend,
Mhm.
and go like, "Ain't that right, buddy?"
Ask Bradley, what's the difference?
You're here in response.
He didn't seem very excited about it.
I talk for the bartender.
He also didn't say no.
The bartender just kind of looks over and says, "Whatever." What can I get you?
I'm fucking up this dude's life. Oh, this is glorious.
Poor Red.
Yeah, poor Red Foo.
He
The
didn't
sole
deserve
purpose of Red Foo is to fuck with everyone. That
Yeah.
is-
Fucker has become the fucked.
and like I said, he'll just wake up in the morning and just reset completely.
When you're, oh my god, it'll be like, this is basically the Uno reverse card.
Bro, who
like-
used the resurrect command on Red Foo? This shit disgusting.
So
When
he
your
asks
girl-
you what drink you want.
When your girl says she wants to try anal, but then she pulls out a strap on. Hold up.
God.
It'll be like, joke's on you. I'm into that shit.
I
I'm going to. What's the strongest thing you have?
I want your biggest, cheapest, strongest drink.
Straight vodka.
I'm just gonna pick up. I'm just gonna pick up a like a drinks menu. I'm assuming they have something like that.
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna be like, I'll
Close your
take.
eyes, swirl your hand. That one.
I don't
No,
have
I
a
was gonna
bunch of
say-
drinks made up in my mind, so just give me
No.
a
I'm just gonna
descriptor.
name actual fucking drinks. It's like I'll
Okay.
take the Chateau Margaux, the Grey Goose, the fucking Pinot Noir, the Pinot Grigio. I've just named like 15 different alcohols of different varieties, and
Bartender
mix them
doesn't
all
even know all of
around in
them.
a big jug.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Oh my
I
god!
guess...
For future use, if you want it.
Oh yeah.
You
That's
know,
actually pretty
I
interesting.
was.
There's a
What
lot
are the-
on there, and it's
Yeah.
fun to like roll the cards and see what you get.
I wonder if you could actually try like making some of these in real life.
You know
I could
what's
try,
kind of
yeah.
you know what's kind of hilarious is, unironically, the first character concept that I had for instead of Ogden
Actually,
was a
74
Warforged whose fuel cells ran on alcohol.
Cool.
You know where
So
this
it's
is going?
Bender. It's just Bender.
Okay. Yeah, that's literally Bender.
This one's pretty realistic.
Yeah. Okay. That's what you actually find on the list. Is the
Whiskey
strongest drink
to-
is called the Umber Hulk.
A pint of whiskey, brandy, and tequila in equal measures.
Yeah.
Good
Good
luck.
luck.
It's
There is a reason why it's called the Umber Hulk. I see.
That is the description.
Oh man, that is disgusting.
Disgusting.
Hey, here's the easiest tavern drink.
Disgusting.
Number 86. A glass of water. That's it. Just a normal glass of water.
Boring water. So
Oh yeah.
Want to know what number 87
Um,
is?
What?
yeah.
It's a glass of water, but it's a mimic instead.
That's actually
I
good.
love this.
That's amazing. So you see him start to mix up the Umber Hulk. Places it down in front of you. Before turning over to Kaylin and saying, "All right, lass, what can I get you?"
I'll take the Umber Hulk.
All right, 2 Umber Hulks
Hockey, I
then.
see.
And he does the exact same he just did with Ogden's drink. Places it down in front of you, and turns around and goes back to attending other customers.
I'm gonna slowly drink it.
Mhm.
Not like slowly, but like not chug it.
Okay.
Like I'm doing with this margarita.
So, the 2 of you are sitting there at the counter. At least in the case of Kaylin, she is sipping on her Umber Hulk. Ogden, what are you doing with your drink?
I'm just
If
gonna.
it's-
How big is the glass here?
It's a pint.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pint. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just basically gonna down it, baby.
If Ogden would have done anything other than just straight up chug it, I would have been surprised.
I would have called out Max for being a mimic.
Can I get a glass
Honestly.
of inverted rum?
What
Inverted
the hell
rum.
is inverted rum?
When I drink it, everybody else gets drunk around me. It's
Isn't-
That is
Isn't that basically just pay?
Isn't
Isn't that just drinking on somebody
it
else's?
really is.
Isn't that just literally drinking on somebody else's tab, like what we're doing right now?
When you drink this, everyone around you in a 15-foot cube becomes drunk.
Yeah. Ogden, roll con
On it.
with disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
It's heavy, and you've already been drinking.
He's got a fair point.
You went for like a kind of slow build up, and then you just went for a finale.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh,
no
send.
middle ground in there. It
Let's
was
see
just
here.
like, yeah, a slow build up, and then just boom.
Well, no
Let's see if
No
I can
point
get
in-
worse.
point in rolling it, but
it can be worse. Okay, it's not any worse.
not worse.
The duality.
So,
The
yeah.
dice giveth and the dice
You-
taketh away.
Had I just rolled the 20, would I have succeeded?
Actually, yeah. But
Also,
you
I've
take
only had 2
5.
Jaegers up until this point.
yeah, but this is still hard stuff.
Also, Jaeger's like 30%, my dude.
Yeah, Jaeger is high alcohol content as well.
Which
and
is
while-
why it's so great.
While Ogden is probably hardy, I don't know if he's as hardy as you in real life. So,
Well, I mean, considering, hold on a second, when you consider
Max
the fact
is the closest thing you can get.
yeah,
to an IRL dwarf,
Max
But-
has 30 con IRL.
yeah. His dwarf,
have-
however, I believe at least has. 20.
I have the powerful build feat, I have 30 con, and I have, damn, what other stats do I have? God damn it. What other stats do I got?
Doesn't matter.
Just, Charisma 2.
So
5 dexterity.
5
Yeah.
dexterity, but advantage on stealth.
you grab that pint, and with zero hesitation, you just gulp the entire thing down.
Oh my god.
It's like out of a
And there's
cartoon. It's like out
that
of a cartoon.
moment.
He just tilts his head back and
Mhm.
fucking opens up and just
Yeah.
like,
There's then that moment of like, oh, fuck. Why did I do that? As like,
oh no, it's not like this is exactly what I was looking for. I'm just gonna go. Fuck yeah! I'm
It's-
feeling
it's
it
what's
now,
like-
Mr. Krabs.
it's like that first
Um,
initial like hit of all that alcohol just burning, and you're like, oh fuck, that burns. But damn,
I think I damn near broke my chair by doing that.
you like it's just like that initial burn. You're just like, oh fuck, that was good. And you are now drunk. So that technically means you're poisoned.
Wait a minute.
But damn,
Yeah,
do
I was
you
about
feel
to say
good.
I have advantage against being poisoned, or I have resistance against poison or something.
Yeah, I don't know how that would apply here, but it
think that's
might.
It wouldn't
Actual
apply
poison.
well.
I think it's actual poisons typically. So, it's just
I mean, that's
the closest
what
thing
a
to
lot of
being
people
drunk.
use to explain why
Yeah.
dwarves drink so much.
Probably.
Maybe it's because they have an obscenely high alcohol tolerance,
But it doesn't matter.
purely
We're just
because
trying to
they
they
move
can
forward at
metabolize
this
that
point.
shit so quickly.
This is the easiest way to move forward. Before we go the
Just-
entire session
it.
just focusing on these two.
Yeah.
Am I going to have to get a wedding ring back from a hag raven and re-steal a goat?
No.
You know exactly what I'm
I
referencing.
do.
I know exactly it.
I think probably most of us do. So, yeah, you're drunk. You're not like, you're like, sorry, actually, you're more like tipsy. You know, you're not like full on drunk. You're not anywhere close to blacking out or anything, but you definitely know you're feeling it a good bit. So what do you do from here on?
I order another.
Okay. Okay,
Actually,
Winnick,
no,
are you
I-
still sipping yours?
I order 5 for the road.
All right, I'm just gonna speed this up at this point. So yeah, you just keep chugging.
Railroad medium.
You just
Oh,
keep
boy.
chugging and chugging until the point
Railroad me harder,
where
Daddy.
eventually, at some point, you're just like,
That's what I was hoping to avoid.
you see everything just go black as you just fall backwards off your chair. And as you slowly wake up, you find yourself obviously in a different place. You can see the morning light coming through.
Quick! I need mouth to ass resuscitation.
It's like when you're playing GTA 5 and you switch to Trevor. You never know where you're gonna find him or what state he's gonna be in.
And as you're laying there in bed, you feel like
Where did I get these panties?
you feel this weird warmth to your left. You're on like the right side of the bed, and you can see like the bed's decently sized, and you feel warmth to your left, as if it's body heat specifically.
Please let me have pissed myself and not have my dick in a dead deer.
Again.
Oh no,
Surprise,
it's worse.
both.
As you look over, you realize the figure sitting laying next to you is really small.
Oh god, did I butt fuck Red Foo?
Do you dare to look under the covers, or are you just getting the fuck out?
I'm going to sneakily look under the covers and
It's Red Foo.
It's great.
Yeah, let's go.
So after that, what do you decide to do?
I'm going to immediately head to the nearest free clinic and get tested.
Okay. So on the meanwhile, Chorus and Jada, you guys also find yourselves waking up to the morning light. What do you guys decide to do to start off your morning?
Is there a complimentary breakfast at this place that we have stayed at?
It was in the pamphlet. Yep.
That's right. It was. I'm going to get myself some breakfast.
Okay.
Just
Jada,
steal
are you
all
gonna
of their
join him?
bacon and eggs.
Breakfast? Sure.
Okay.
Be that one asshole at the buffet that takes literally everything and the
Making your way down, you come into the breakfast area. You can see there's tables set up for the patrons, and pretty much all the tables are full as you finish grabbing your sort of plate. As it is actual buffet, except for one table that you can see has a single elven woman sitting at it. You can see there's some open spots on the table. So what do you decide to do? Every other table is like packed. You could also decide to take it somewhere else if you so choose, but
I guess we could sit down at the I'll sit down at the table with this other lady.
Okay. Railroading. Kaylin, you watch as a fairly small blue dragonborn sits at your table with a plate in his hand of food.
Fairly small, but I'm still the tallest person in the party.
You're only
Aren't
like
you a little small to
5'8".
be a dragonborn?
Yeah. Did you just?
Anakin?
Aren't you a bit
so
ugly
short?
for an elf?
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Wow.
I didn't actually
Good.
say that in character.
I was
I
about
was
to
about to
say.
say good morning to you too, Jada.
That sounds like something like early morning Jada would totally just say out of nowhere.
Really
Alright,
does.
it's canon then.
Jada could be on an episode of Mean Girls, like.
God
So okay, so you sit down at the table, and that's what you retaliate with. Dang.
Let's see.
What is Galen
What would I
responding
do
with?
in this situation?
Oh boy.
I'm just like, I was greeted by, aren't you a little short for a Dragonborn? And then Jada comes in with, aren't you a little ugly for an elf? And I'm just gonna watch what
Gor's just like sitting there. And by the way, like Kaylin is actually fairly attractive. It's not like she's ugly. So this is definitely kind of like out of left field.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
also like
I mean-
Jada
But
thinks
yeah.
that she's hot shit. So
She does
Yeah,
have
true.
like a pretty big mark on her from the
Scars, yeah.
from the mark.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Actually, yeah, you're right.
Aren't
Probably to them would just look like a scar though.
they more tattooy?
We'll say this looks like a scar because it sounds cooler. Almost like a branding rather than a tattoo.
Kinky.
And then you can ask people if they look at you strange, if they want to know how you got that scar.
True.
God damn it.
God damn it.
So, while Roach is deciding his response, Ogden, I assume you sneak out after a very eventful night, but not in the way
After
you
waking
wanted.
up spooning red foo.
I assume you make
I'm
your
gonna
way
use
out.
minor. I would like to use minor
Illusion.
illusion
Mhm.
and just make a mirror and just point it at her.
I
There you go.
admire myself in the mirror and say, "Do you mind if I take this?"
I knew that was what's gonna happen.
I'm just watching this happen, eating breakfast.
Well, before she was gonna say that, I was gonna say, well, it appears that I have the worst view here.
I'm gonna
Um,
lean in close and say, "You didn't have to say that in front of him, you know."
You're just
I'm
trying
gonna
for
think I-
him. Should aim a little
I
higher.
did-
I'm not aiming for him. Trust me.
As you guys kind of like back up for a second, you realize
I didn't
standing like
Didn't
right
care.
next to your table is a smaller drow woman. That's just kind of standing there, just like Am I interrupting something? Can I sit here?
Please do. Break
Of
the
course,
awkwardness.
I'm just busy being an asshole is all.
I overheard. I was
Yeah,
here at the beginning of that.
yeah.
Ah.
I was on the debate team in school, but our debate team was less of a debate team and more of a
Insult
roast
each other?
session.
I figured.
It was a roast. We always won.
I was
For
just
better or
Roast or
thinking.
dick
worse.
roast?
I thought you looked familiar. The Dragonborn. You were
Comedy
there
roast.
last night at the hot springs.
Instant
Yeah.
disqualification if you have to say
And
you fucked
the
your mom.
bartender there
Oh,
for the night
yes.
shift, at the very least.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
The kind of owner of the place, right?
kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, I
remember that much.
recognize you now.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm a little tired still.
I could tell. So, an interesting group, I guess.
Yeah, I just sat down. I don't even know him.
It gets stranger. There's one more.
Oh.
Oh no.
As
Me
you
too,
as you
if we
say that,
bring him
actually,
again.
you hear like one of the front doors just kind of like get pushed open really hard. As
All Star
Ogden is
starts
kind
playing.
of, you can faintly hear in the distance, somebody wants. But you see Ogden just kind of like walking in, just head hanging down, just kind of like, oh god.
Oh God, have they seen me?
Um,
How did
you
you
all-
find us?
you all guys that kind of all look up, and there's kind of like the Chorus and Jada kind of like, oh, it's him, and Kaylin's like, oh god, it's him.
Oh
He
god.
he probably found us by my perfume. Elves don't notice it, but it's
Or
specifically
because the DM
formulated
railroaded
to
it to happen.
irritate dwarves.
That's extremely interesting.
I'm
Where can I
going to
get
just
some?
speak up. No,
It's
not.
actually an unintended side effect.
Oh, really?
It's not your
I like it for
perfume.
the
That's your
smell.
personality.
Ooh.
Oh, well, yeah. That could be spotted from across
is
town.
this your debate team?
No, this is sadly our final member.
Ah, I just thought you guys were all just a debate team, like you were saying.
No, we're an adventuring party.
From what you were saying, it sounds like you guys could pass as that.
That was 100 years ago when I was still in school.
You adventure?
Of sorts.
Hmm.
We delved through a dungeon and found some interesting things.
What'd you
Oh,
find?
That is interesting.
I got this ring.
May I see it?
But the real treasures was the friends we made along the way.
I'm gonna look
The
at
That
it.
real
sounds-
treasure was how much we got paid afterward.
I think the real treasure was the fact that we discovered Skathor Rath's tomb. But
Did
I have no idea.
Why did it freeze?
What's-
I wasn't
the ring
going to
is.
say it by name, but
Hello?
alright.
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
say
flaunt my accomplishment.
You guys, hold on, it froze.
I'm gonna
What
say the
did?
ring's pretty.
The stream.
For some reason,
The stream froze.
oh, okay, there it is.
I was gonna
I
say,
I don't know what happened. I
Ogden's
think
gonna
maybe it's
speak
because I
up.
accidentally minimized Discord. I think, yeah.
Ogden's gonna speak up. Oi! Anyway, what's with all the animosity here?
I'm tired.
I don't know. It was
Fair
like that when I
enough.
got here.
I'm a real
Understandable.
bitch when I'm tired, and that's about it.
Only when you're tired?
Yeah, usually.
I'm Brittany.
You must have been really tired last night then.
Oh no, that was
Oh.
just playful fun.
Hmm.
No harm done.
Well,
Not really.
Wait. Does that mean
I was
one-
responsible for the
Oh wait, no, you
events
guys are
that
still messed
happened
up,
at the
actually.
pool?
I just realized. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. You guys
I
keep
don't know
chatting
either.
amongst party self as I figure this out because I don't know what's happening. So, give me a second.
So,
I'm just vibing to this music.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this because this seems to work. If I make it disappear and then come back, it works! Yes!
does it? Okay.
For some
Well,
reason.
hey, if it works,
Okay.
it works.
If it works, it works. Um. Okay, everyone's back, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Minor technical difficulties. It's almost like I'm not qualified.
A little bit.
We never claim to have any certifications or be professionals of any kind.
I did.
True.
But I'm
You
also a
did?
dirty fucking liar.
Damn.
That's what I say. When did you claim that?
So
I didn't do it publicly.
Okay.
the drow bartender, that's kind of saying there's like, oh, I suppose since we are all talking here, I should introduce myself. I am Tathara.
I never did catch your number. Or your name, I mean.
I'm
Yeah, I
sure
don't
you
think
would
they
like
have cell
both.
phones.
That was not subtle at all.
That was literally a slip of the tongue on
I
part of
know.
drunk Brandon.
I know.
Like,
I just like imagining that was Brandon's first response to talking to a female. I know it wasn't, but that would be funny.
maybe if I was drunk.
Yeah.
It might work.
I'm
though.
sorry, I didn't catch your number. I mean
maybe.
name. That would actually probably work, honestly.
Here's
If you
Burl,
just-
drink to that.
Jada accidentally hitting on people. It's one of her her natural abilities. So.
Jada accidentally hitting on people?
Yeah.
That's gonna become a thing now.
Yeah.
I roll X.
It's definitely already a thing at this point, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Thara kind of looks around and says, most Dragonborn fella, sorry.
Yes, hello. That's me.
If you don't mind me catching your name.
Colrus Brindhole.
Interesting. I've actually heard of the Brynhalls, yes.
It's not too surprising in a town with another college in it.
Yeah. Interesting fella that just walked in and has joined us. Your name?
Ogden Aurelius Gannon.
Interesting.
Hold on a second. What was whatever the fuck the name of that mining guild that I'm a part of that you DM'd me up for fucking ever ago?
Gergan. No. Yes, Gergan's mining contractor. Told you to put in your notes.
I just remembered something.
Nuts.
The list of names. Yes.
Oh
You're
no.
welcome.
She'll turn to Kaylin and kind of look at you and yours, miss.
Haven.
Nice to meet you. And I probably don't need yours.
Who,
Only
me?
joking, of course. Yes,
Well, if you
Miss
don't want it, I won't
Narcissist.
tell you.
Hmm?
If you don't
Okay.
want my name, I won't tell you.
Sure, tell me your name.
Well, now I don't want to.
That's exactly what I thought, Jada. Anyways. Have you enjoyed your stay? Of course, if I recall, actually only you three are signed up for the hotel.
3?
Yeah,
Oh.
you see her kind of point at Kaylin, Chorus, and Jada. She kind of looks over at Ogden and says, I don't recall seeing your name on the list at all.
Don't recall
Oh, I gave a
him
fake name when getting here
existing last night, really.
You guys did.
Well,
Indeed give a fake name.
you see, I was kind of long story short, went on a pub crawl, ended up butt fucking a previous member of the party.
too. Hold up, you
Who's
did
to
what?
say you didn't?
What?
Who's to say you didn't take, not give?
Because he's too dummy thick.
They traded. We'll never know what happened that night.
The
Well, it's
whole-
gonna stay that
Nor would you
way.
ever want to. Nor would
It's
you
gonna
ever
stay that
want
way.
to.
No.
Ne-
It was. I was gonna say that, like. Never mind.
Say it.
No. It's too bad, even for me.
No.
I have a hard time believing that.
Anyways,
Well, you'll just have to suffer then.
dang. Shukshine says, "So, you're an adventuring group."
Mm-hmm.
Of sorts. Well, we don't really know her. Kaylin, I think it was.
Indeed.
She just had the only open table for some reason.
You know what they say.
Almost like it was divine intervention, you know?
No such thing as coincidence.
Shut up, God.
God's not speaking. But Tathara kind of looks around and says, "It just so happens I'm actually in need of employing people of your skill sets."
Well, in that case,
So,
I'm
how,
on board.
well, how much are we talking here? Because we do have other appointments
hold
to
on.
make.
We can talk about this, just not in public.
Oh.
Once
It's
you've
gonna be one of those
finished
contracts.
enjoying your meal, feel free to make your way to the receptionist and just tell him that you are here to see Tathara. He'll know where to take you.
Okay, then.
Enjoy your meals. As she slowly stands up and walks away. So
He was an interesting character.
He'll be back. They always do.
dang. I feel like Jade is just a massive narcissist.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It was
Oh,
never
yeah.
what I intended for the character, but
But
we're rolling
it
with
works,
now, I
to be
guess.
honest. It works for her.
I
Alright.
I think it's more just me being intoxicated and therefore just
It's a mood, you know?
overconfident as all hell.
It's just a mood, you know?
He's a mood.
Hey man, I never got to give my name.
Yep.
She knew it anyway.
And she
Alright,
knew it
you
was
should
the real.
proceed.
She knew it was your real name and not. name
Yeah,
that
she
you
knew my real
registered
name,
under.
not whatever fake name I was gonna give, like Lavender Gooms.
God.
Silver. Silver Schlonglong.
Vernus Lambert Watkins.
Don't give them all away.
There's so many, dude.
Yeah.
There are.
Alright. So, enjoying your guys' meal. You eventually finish it up. Kaylin, are you enjoying or joining the three of them as they go? Kaylin,
Huh?
are you
Sorry,
joining and
still.
following them?
Yeah, might as well. Nothing
Um,
better to do right now.
Everybody needs money.
true. So yeah, you guys make your way to the receptionist who looks up and you guys says, "Ah, yes. What can I assist you with?"
We're here to see. What was her name again? Started with an L.
T.
Huh?
It started with the T.
It did. Oh
Huh.
no.
Tara, I think it was.
Tathara.
Alright,
Yeah.
Right, something like that.
And
I'm
he
saying
looks
this
over and
in
says,
character as
"Ah,
well.
Mr. Thara, just follow me real quick. I can lead you to her office." And he walks around the receptionist's desk, turns back to you guys, make sure you're following, and then starts walking ahead. And you see as he kind of leads you to a back area of the hotel, going past several other employees that are just kind of wandering around, moving stuff around, doing all sorts of stuff. Before eventually he makes his way to an office door that you see him open and kind of push it open, and then gesture for you guys to walk in. And as you guys walk forward, you can see it's a straightforward office. You know, there's nothing special here. There's a desk. You see a couple of bookshelves, some filing cabinets.
Your sister's ass.
It's an office. No, but you can see a hoe in the corner that says your mom. So,
Damn.
All right.
so
Respect.
Damn, how'd you know I was a bastard?
yeah.
Anyway,
So,
I'm gonna sit over here.
you see as Tathara is sitting at the table or sitting at her desk and looks up and says, "Ah, I see you have finished your meal. I assume it was to your liking. There's no problems with it."
me.
Okay, so far.
Well, that was one no, I guess. But hey. Anyways, please have a seat. There are actually 4 seats, so you can all sit down. No, but he is still a bastard, Kirby. But whoever wants to take a seat takes a seat. Whoever doesn't can continue standing.
I continue standing.
Damn, you assert your dominance. You do
I gotta be
G.
the tallest person in the room.
I
Hold
did not let that slide, so I will remain
Stormline's
standing as
going
well, just to be
Dang.
taller than
Oh.
Jada.
I'm
Assert-
5'1". I gotta be the tallest.
Assert your dominance, G. You go, chorus.
T-pose.
God. She just looks at you funny and says, what are you doing, Jada?
It's a local custom where I'm from. You wouldn't get it.
Write something on the blackboard.
Sure.
This is an American joke.
This is an American. She kind of like shakes her head and is like, who has the highest perception? I'm curious. What's everyone's
Definitely not
perception?
me.
Could be me.
Shada, what's your
My-
perception?
14.
Well,
Plus 4.
with my passive.
I don't think any of you guys really have high. Maybe Kaylin would have the
Nope.
highest, but
I'm much more built for investigation than perception.
yeah. Only you had like
Those were
observant.
linked.
As am I.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, my perception's not great. It's
Um,
plus 4.
Observant and for my next
I
feat
don't know where a roach went.
Or
I'm gonna check
for me.
Kaylin's real quick.
and next level. So it's yeah.
So Jada said 14. So that's the highest so far.
Yep.
Really, a plus 4 is the highest?
Yeah, Kaylin only has a +3, so
Damn.
okay.
And back.
Um,
It's just flood warning. There's
Okay.
water on roads.
That's
This
nice.
party is not perceptive. That's new.
Yeah, that is. I feel like it's
Yeah,
usually because
and-
Elf is playing a monk, so
Yeah, imagine me not playing a wisdom-based character.
yeah.
I don't even know what you are this time.
I'm a
He's a
rogue.
rogue.
We had 3
Inquisitive.
roads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Inquisitive rogue.
Yeah, you don't remember this was, 3 out of 4 people in this party were rogues until Red Foo left.
I
Now 2 out of 4.
genuinely forgot.
It was
I'm
really
not
half
a
the party.
fighter.
I never said you were.
Yeah, artificer, shut up.
So,
Hey,
yeah.
fuck
party
you.
composition.
When I fly off in my jetpack, you can eat my dick.
Yeah, party
I'll just
composition is
cast
going to
fly.
be fun for the few times you have combat. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, none of you hear it, but you do see her whisper something under her breath. But you see as she starts kind of moving around files, you can actually see her office is very well organized. You can still see she, even with moving stuff around, is keeping stuff organized. Before she grabs a file, looks at it, stops, and starts flipping through it. You can see it's actually fairly thick. Before she pulls out a piece of paper from it, places it in front of the file, and just kind of stares at it for a second. Before looking back up at you guys and saying, "So, this job, we'll call it for now."
Are you calling it a job because you'd rather not say what it actually is, or because you're not sure what to call it?
Well, it doesn't feel fitting to call it a quest. It doesn't really feel fitting to call it a task. It's a job, I guess. I'm paying
latter,
you to
got
do
it.
something, you know? So, a job it is.
All right.
So, you all, from what I gather, appear to be heading west. Would I be correct in assuming that? Which I have not
we
posted the
are,
map
yes.
I
yet,
don't
so
fucking
yes, you guys
remember.
are.
I'm just wandering around.
So if you continue heading west,
There's
you will
a
end
mole
up
on the road.
in what is called the Forgotten Forest, or also referred to as the Unfamiliar Woods.
Yes, this was foreshadowed in the stream title.
Indeed, I don't know what the fuck a stream title is, but
Sounds fun.
there is an item that was once mine. Is currently in possession of my half sister. I just need someone to go into the woods and grab that for me and bring it back.
Is she gonna be
What's
willing
your-
to part with it?
Yes.
Like, if we just tell her that you sent us, she'll give it to us?
My sister will be willing. Yes.
You said half sister,
Yes.
and then you said sister.
I'm not going to constantly say half sister. It's a mouthful.
Just making sure that there's not two separate people.
No.
Sometimes
That
these things
is
get
what I was
complicated.
making sure of,
I do not
yes.
have a full blood sister. I only have a single half sister.
Could you describe what she looks like?
Me? But she's not drow.
What is she?
That fucking narrows it down.
She's a wood elf.
Okay.
What
So-
parent do you share?
Father.
Who is...
After a half wood elf.
Exactly as the Dragonborn has said.
What an odd combination.
Oh. Trust
That'd be a
me.
drought elf.
You don't want me to pull out my entire family tree because it is fucked. But that's not the point here right now.
No, of course not.
Simple as that. And I will address why you might think, oh, why not just go get it yourself? Or why does your sister not bring it to you?
The woods are dangerous, I assume.
Is it cursed?
They have a magical property. People that are bound to the woods may enter the woods. But people that are not bound to it and that are already in the woods, such as being born in them, cannot leave the woods.
Why would you ever be born in the woods?
So how do we get to be
Because
bound
you're a wood
by it?
elf. Pay attention.
Well, that was the second part I was going to get to.
I wanna
there
slap her
is-
again.
You want to? Oh, Jada. But just as there is a small, I hate calling it this, pebble. Is the best descriptor I can think of for it. With some magical runes on it that you can find. It'll allow you to enter into the woods. Of course, my sister knows that someone should be coming. So she should be somewhere within the outskirts of the woods. So you'll have to just grab that pedal. One of you can enter with the pedal, take the item that she has, and walk back out.
What would happen if we didn't have this pedal?
It would be better if you never found out.
That doesn't
Okay, then.
answer the question, but thanks for the advice.
Yes.
So what, we get sodomized by treants or something?
Not exactly.
I'd rather not.
Oh.
So, and as for your payment, I can offer you 250 each.
That's
Excellent.
substantial.
Indeed.
That
this
is, yes.
item is of great importance.
Or this job is quite difficult.
Both.
Where can we find this pedal that'll let us through?
That's the one problem. As far as
Yeah.
we know, it's in the city. Someone recently stole it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
However,
Any
Where was
idea
it?
who or
we believe it's somewhere within the university.
Oh.
University.
250 gold. Fine. I will ensure that it is gold. So, however you want to proceed by infiltrating a university, as they're not particularly welcoming to outsiders, especially those of non-elven origin and not female. So,
So
What
I'll
about
have no
from
trouble
another
then.
university?
say it again, Elf.
What about those from another university?
You might be able to,
yes.
Mr. Brindhall, but I doubt you would be able to make it past the administrator's office without some sort of escort.
Hmm.
And I'm sure that's exactly what you want, is to just be tailed the entire time by some pencil pusher. So,
I wonder if they're accepting genuine applications.
you can feel free to apply. But there's,
Hmm.
there's
I'm
Brendan's
I'm
mom.
going to
Didn't
propose.
you say you didn't need a school? You had your own private tutor.
Cat.
Yes.
Ogden's going to chime in and say, guys, we could probably contrive a scheme to convince them that I'm a guest lecturer on the theories of alchemy.
I will stop you right
I'm an
there,
What
alchemist.
Mr. Gannon.
qualifications do you have?
As I just said previously, they are not very accepting to those that are not elf and not female.
Also,
That
isn't it
includes
a
their
bard's
lecturers.
college? What use would they have for alchemists?
Bards and wizard. Popular misconception. Wizards also study
Ah.
there.
I think we would have
See.
better luck convincing them that I am there to teach a class on history. Seeing as
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
I am a genuine historian.
I could chime in with a partial plan if you would like my assistance. If you choose not to accept it, that is perfectly fine, of course.
Sure, why not?
Let's go ahead and hear it.
What if Mr.
Sure.
Brindhall here was used as sort of a distraction? A guest lecturer comes in, a big deal one at that, one that's
Hmm.
an experienced archaeologist, comes to give a lecture about history. I'm sure that will pull quite a few people. Meanwhile, Jada here and Kaylin, who are actually elven and could probably pass as students.
I'm an elf.
Yes. Yeah, I'm fairly
Didn't
certain you're an
know.
elf. It says elf right there.
Wow,
You're an
look,
elf and
I'm
you're
an
a female.
elf.
You fit the.
I would never have thought this 223 years ago.
You two could definitely pass as students. Ogden.
Yes, we
Are
are
you
young.
sure?
Yes.
Isn't there an entrance exam that she would fail?
Once again, all you have to do
Oh.
is walk in and look like you belong there. It's
She
not
doesn't look
about
like she
actually
belongs.
being a
She's too
student
old.
there.
She li-
I appreciate your bickering.
Really? Usually
No.
people find it annoying
It's
or
very annoying.
endearing, not appreciate it.
Very annoying.
It is very annoying. Yes.
So, if you walk in the school, walk around, make yourself look busy, I'll give you some fucking textbooks you can carry around if you really want to sell the pot.
Are they
Oh, no
heavy?
need.
Okay.
Can we sell the textbooks
I don't
afterwards for 5,000 gold pieces?
No, you probably
That's
can't sell them
why-
at all.
No.
Typical
There's
text.
no used textbook market here.
Probably not.
They all come with a code that you have to use.
Once
It's a
again,
one-time thing.
while it is a bard and wizard college, the bards are definitely in higher numbers. Given that the bards typically bully the wizards out. But what can you expect? Wizards are technically nerds. So,
Oh. Yeah.
of course, Jada hesitantly almost stands up for a wizard. Being an arcane trickster.
Yeah, that would be the only reason. Sure. That's the reason.
Yeah.
That's the reason, yeah.
But Tathara,
Totally not something to do with my backstory.
yeah. Tathara kind of looks and says, so how does that sound for a plan?
That sounds fine enough. I suppose Ogden could come with me and act as a
Bodyguard.
Assistant.
Yeah.
bodyguard. I could pass as being important enough to have a bodyguard
I
travel
believe
with
so.
me. Yes. Yeah.
How good are you at selling the pot, though?
Selling what part?
Lying, I guess, is what I'm asking. Wow,
Blood.
you are qualified. You are still technically lying to them, and they're rather insightful at the college.
Well, on a
That's been put-
scale of +7 to -7, I have a +1 in the lying department.
Well, I suppose I've seen worse odds.
Sometimes I forget that people aren't naturally gifted at lying. Oh well.
You must
However,
lie to yourself a
Your
lot.
story will be believable enough. I'm sure
Oh, I
they
never
won't
lie to
question it or
myself.
care.
I don't need to.
Most
you
I
don't
hate
know
professors.
that
myself
this
enough as
is
is.
a legitimate guest speaker going into the college anytime soon, do you?
Not as far as I know.
Okay. Because I was about to say we could probably convince them to,
Mr. Brindle, I trust in you. I'm sure you can pull it off.
Alright then.
So, good luck.
Ooh.
That's all I have left. So,
Okay.
good luck.
We stand awkwardly in her office for a moment.
Yeah, just kind of like.
I'm just gonna stand there.
Jada admires her reflection in the nearest reflective object.
Everyone's staring at Jade, just like, really?
This only feeds her narcissism as everybody is looking at her.
Damn it, he's right.
I continue to be taller than her, and that's the extent of
you,
my interaction.
you like kind
with
of
her.
walk up behind her, kind of like lean your head over, just to like really destroy that illusion.
Just like as I'm looking at her reflection in the mirror, I'll say you missed a spot.
Damn.
That's it.
What?
I'm not even gonna point it out. I'm just gonna say you missed a spot.
What do you mean? What?
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll see it eventually. You look at yourself enough.
Damn, trolling the narcissist.
Start looking at my reflection again, looking for something.
Oh no.
Uh,
Okay, so eventually you guys leave the office, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Wanna blow
would
us
walk out right after saying that to Jada.
Okay. Ay, ay, ay. All right. So, making your way out of the hotel entirely, I assume, or would you stay in the hotel and plan or somewhere?
Motel,
I say we just
motel.
kind of send it straight to the.
Okay.
Send it.
Send it.
Yeah, no planning. Planning's for bitches.
So, the
So why
small.
aren't you planning?
I'm knowledgeable
Damn.
because I
Oh,
know
son
a
of
few
a bitch.
subjects. I can throw together a speech about something.
Okay.
I could put together a speech about our recent discovery.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I'm not gonna make you give an entire speech. I'll just make you roll history.
Yeah.
But you do actually have material that you could cover that would also prevent a certain dickhead site manager from spreading lies. So it works.
Yeah.
It just works.
I'll just talk about Skathor Rath and our recent discovery of his tomb.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that would actually be
and
really
how
good.
I can
and
have
how
like a
heroic
legitimate.
gnome
Yeah, and how a heroic gnome tragically gave his life
to save everybody. Yep.
to get
Yeah.
spooned.
to get spooned by a dwarf.
That's gonna be the running joke of the
That's
fucking
starring me.
campaign. What if we named the party the Spooning Dwarf?
Wait a minute.
That's not.
I could just give you my bag of holding in my bag of holding infusion thing, whatever the hell, and it'd be like the fuck while you're telling the story, it was like of a brave gnome who ended up getting spooned by a dwarf. This dwarf particular, and then put me back in the bag.
God.
Pull you like a rabbit out of a hat.
One of these days we'll have a
Yes.
party name.
Yeah, we need to start working our party name.
The
We do need a
adventuring
party name.
adventurers.
God.
Yeah.
Gotta be something to do with past
I'm
experiences, of course,
thinking-
you know?
Jada and the
Right.
others.
Oh god. I knew that was coming.
The ones that have to put up with Jada.
but that would still feed Jada's narcissism. Because
Wait
it's
a
still her
minute.
name.
Or peace through discovery, and also this gun I made.
God.
He's
I'll make it
the
something
rule.
too long.
Yeah, we need something short and catchy.
Yeah, short and catchy.
Oh man, hold on,
Short
hold
and
on.
catchy. There you go.
We won't spend too much time on this, but
Short and catchy, like getting spooned by a dwarf.
I had something for this. It was we're gonna win using the power of friendship, love, incredible violence, and something else.
We're basically
the-
we're basically the
comics?
embodiment of the meme, and knowing is half the battle. The others.
You're talking about
extreme
the Shin Comics one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I know the one you're
I
talking
don't know
about.
what it was.
It was like the Powderpuff Girls, but they
Yeah.
added one that has like the incredible violence. And they
Sugar.
said something about their success rate has gone up significantly since they recruited her.
Yeah.
Sugar, spice, 12 tons of cocaine.
I
You're
bet.
too late, super dorks. You'll never stop me
yeah,
now.
this-
That's where you're wrong, evildoer. We'll stop you with the powers of friendship, harmony, incredible violence, and love. I see you got a new member, super dorks. Prepare for battle. Well, guys, we're doing amazing lately.
Yeah, that one.
How about the super dorks?
oh my
Super
god.
dorks.
That's
No.
not.
No.
One of these days we'll like end up creating a list and we'll just have people vote on it.
Like we've got I feel like we can't just steal that one. We have to have
Yeah.
something
It's gotta be
iconic as
related
the steamed-
to
We have to have something as iconic as the steamed Kobold Syndicate. if we're
true.
gonna make it.
True. How is our most iconic party name a campaign that had
one-shot.
2 sessions?
Yeah.
But it was so
Three soon
good.
enough.
Eventually. Oh my god. Everyone's character in that is a fucking spaz. It's just mine actually. I take that back. It's just mine. Anyways.
No, I love that entire
Yeah.
game. And
No,
I
it's good.
honestly, if you're ever not feeling up to it, I would consider doing like a session on stream.
We'll
Just
see.
like almost as a one shot. No context or explaining past actions or anything. We just jump right into it.
That would be so fucking fitting, though. With
would
that
be.
composition.
It would be great.
All I know is
Talking
right
about
now, I have insane motivation in the DM right now, so.
Are you talking about that campaign where we basically
The
were
Steam
going to become
Kobolds?
crime lords?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Steam
one.
Kobold Syndicate.
We killed the
Still-
dragon. That was a crime lord. Wait, did we? No, we didn't kill the
No,
dragon.
we didn't kill him yet.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yet. We were considering going back and trying. I think after killing.
No, we need to build up our fame first, but we'll get to that. Back to this campaign.
Your infamy level's not high enough.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we have
We
to
were-
have a higher.
We were
street
gonna
cred level.
use my IRL like crime lord knowledge to fucking
Yeah, pretty
to
much.
fucking take over the
All
goddamn
right. So.
mission passed. Respect.
You guys are just like making your way up the pathway that leading to the university. And eventually you actually kind of turn around and you can now see that the university is actually kind of built into a small little cove connecting to the mountain where you see the hot springs and waterfalls are all connected to. You can actually see there is a nice, very clear waterfall to the right of the university. But as you approach, you can see it. I mean, it's a smaller. It's what in our sort of modern world we would consider like a smaller campus. But all things considered, for this actual setting, it's a decently sized campus. You can see there's probably about 4 or 5 buildings that are fairly massive. All the buildings are all 3 stories tall at the very least. Where's that? Elf, is that you again?
I don't think so.
I don't know who it was. Okay.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Like-
I only heard it. Oh, shit. I fucked up again, maybe.
Oh.
Oh, well. And whenever I bring it back, it only fixes me, no one else. I'll just do it all at once. Hey,
Yeah,
stop
just
doing that.
nuke it. That solves it. It worked
Yeah.
for the U.S. government.
Yep. And all the building is fairly standard sort of brick. There's nothing super special to it. You can see in the middle there's a nice pretty fountain where you can see a lot of students are kind of gathering and chatting. So as you guys are slowly beginning to approach, you can actually start to see different signs pointing you to what building's which. The first one on the list pointing to a smaller building closer to the front of the university that says administration. So,
Well,
you can see that there are 2 dorms and then a lecturing hall and a bunch of a building with just classrooms in it. So, you guys can decide how you want to split up from here now. So
So
I
yeah,
imagine
I would prefer to stick with the smartest person here other than myself, but he's the distraction. So
Right.
I think I need to settle for the elf.
that works.
Well, that's the only other person because Ogden was going to
Yeah.
be coming with me to be bodyguard,
Yeah.
and you're the only 2 that can fit in.
Yeah.
I guess I need to find somebody to tell me where I should go if I'm giving a big
Yeah.
lecture.
You also imagine you probably have to get some sort of approval to
Yeah.
give a lecture, and it also allowed them to kind of announce it so that way you can probably bring more people to you.
Well, since it is such a recent discovery, I could
Yeah.
say not even lying at all. I could just
Yeah.
say, I
You
was
could.
passing through this way
Yeah.
on my way back from this discovery, and I would like to.
Share it with an academic institution.
Yeah.
So Jada and Kaylin will stay behind, kind of wait until the distractions kind of started. So we'll start with Colress and Ogden, making their way to the administration building.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a smaller building compared to the others. Within width size, still that same sort of 3-story building. But you open the door, making your way in. You can see that there's sort of a secretary desk where you see a older looking elven woman kind of sitting there with her glasses on, and she's looking down at her desk. You can hear her writing something, the pen against paper. She doesn't even really pay much mind to you as you walk in, seemingly very focused.
He's doing a crossword.
Do you walk up and find out?
Yeah, I will walk up to the desk and.
Yeah, she's doing a fucking. Actually, no, she's
Yes.
doing Sudoku.
Oh, well, close enough.
Yeah.
Can I roll investigation to see if I can point out a number on there to her?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
oh,
You
wait,
you
hold
actually
on.
managed to point out.
I'm
Oh, that
on
is
the wrong
indeed
character.
incorrect. I was like, only a +1 for an Inquisitor?
I forgot I was playing.
Oh! Oh!
It's upside down. That's why.
Yeah. It's upside down. Yeah, you like look at a number and you like say the number and you're like, wait, that wasn't right. And she kind of looks at you funny and says, whatever. Can I help the two of you?
Yeah, I need to speak with somebody about holding a lecture here,
Um,
or just a presentation, at least.
On the recent
Who-
discovery of, come on,
who
man.
are you?
My name is Colress Brindle.
Ah,
Yes.
Mare University. Mare?
Mare.
Mare.
Mare. Yes. That
Uh,
that's the one.
Okay. You see her kind of look around her desk before she grabs her pen again and grabs like a small notepad, writes down. You can actually see kind of looking over, with your good height advantage.
Mhm.
You can see that she actually like writes her name down and writes lecture underneath it. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. And she stands up
course.
and makes her way around. You can hear her like open the door and then like slam it shut. And probably about 5 minutes pass before you see her come back. And she's like, if you could just follow me real quick, I'll lead you to one of our administration's offices. So,
All right. I will follow.
you see as she leads you back around the way she just came from. Sorry. So she leads you around, kind of down a hallway, going past several different offices before she gets to one and stops, turns to the right, and just says, enter this office. And waits for the both of you. And then as you guys both enter, she kind of walks away. And you see, as a contrast to the obvious office you were just previously in Tathara's. I didn't say that right. I don't care. Doesn't matter right now. But in contrast to her office, this office is much more disorganized. You can see, while there is the same furniture, a desk, bookshelves, filing cabinets, it's probably clear she doesn't use those filing cabinets very efficiently. Because there are like stacks of paper on them.
They're
You
like
see, like-
stuff sticking out of an open drawer.
Yeah. There's like binders just kind of like sitting on the floor, and you just like as someone that's kind of been in the education area yourself, you're kind of like, almost embarrassed. It's kind of like, ugh.
It's like you could probably use a few more filing
Yeah,
cabinets.
this is probably like top 10 worst nightmares that I've had, you know?
Yeah.
But
Number 15.
you see,
Working Phillips.
sitting at the desk is a, it's almost hard to tell how old they appear to be. Because like first glance, you're like, oh, they're fairly young, and then you kind of stare at them a little longer, and you start to like kind of notice a few lines,
Mhm.
and like gray hairs that are kind of like sporadically throughout the woman's hair. And she kind of looks up and says, "Ah, you must be Cloris Brindhall, correct?"
Yes, that is right.
She
That's me.
stands up and holds out her hand and says, "It is a great honor to meet you. I actually studied at the Mare University for a while.
Mayor.
Only as a... Sorry?
Mayor.
My apologies. Mare University. I want that's always going to be a running joke.
So
Um,
my character is quite literally just basically from Santa Fe, Tennessee,
Yep.
where everybody pronounces it the wrong way.
It's, Santa Fe.
I feel compelled to correct
Yeah,
them.
to correct them all the time.
Because everybody
The
says
small
Santa
things.
Fe, unless you know.
So...
And
unless you know. So she shakes your hand and says, "Oh," she kind of like, it gets a little weird. She kind of like rubs the scales on your hand. She's like, I've never actually had the pleasure of meeting a dragonborn. Most interesting.
Yes.
Most interesting.
seems to be a common theme in this city.
Weird question. Can I take a scale?
Sure. Why not?
Pull out
do
a
you-
knife
do you
and
want me
stab
to-
him in the ass.
I
Do you want...
I'm joking, obviously.
Yeah, I know.
just guess I'll find one that's like
Yeah.
loose, like already kind of coming off, because I assume it kind of
As you're like even looking for one, she kind of like pulls one off your hand that was kind of loose, but she just kind of like yanks it off and just...
like it still feels like I'm plucking.
It was
hair
still like,
from my
yeah, it was
hand,
still like
basically.
it almost feels more like pulling a tooth, but like
Oh.
a tooth that's
Oh.
fairly loose, you know?
Okay.
So
Well,
you're still ripping out a nerve ending.
yeah, like
Yeah.
ow, but okay.
Yeah.
It's done.
She's like, oh, my apologies. And she just kind of like walks over to her desk and like places it in a little jar and just like, so interesting. And she places it to the side and says, so, Mr. Brindhall.
I just grab my beard and go, hands off!
I think she's seen enough hair.
I'm sorry, I'm not interested in dwarven hair. As wonderful as your beard is, good sir. Actually, Mr. Brindhall, who is your companion?
That's,
I
assistant?
can speak for my
Traveling companion, assistant, bodyguard, all of the
Okay.
above.
That's
Any of
good
the
to
above,
hear.
depending on the time.
Would not want someone as important
I
as
can speak
yourself.
for myself.
That's
Didn't
good.
speak.
So, Mr. Brindhall,
I'm gonna mumble under my breath. Stuck up cunt.
well, I mean, yeah, he did just say you're basically a bodyguard. She wasn't, like, trying to address you. So, my secretary told me you were looking to lecture here.
Well, yeah, more give a presentation on a recent find.
Interesting.
Actually, I'm just now traveling. Just left yesterday. Actually, got in town
Oh.
same day. Traveled through the night. We left a dig site,
Hmm.
and at the site we discovered something quite important. Actually,
Oh.
it's
Indeed.
at the tomb of Skathor Rath. I don't know how studied you are in history.
Just to get like her mouth is just like open ajar, just like,
I can
Ah.
tell that you understand the gravity of that.
oh, good work. How public has this been made? This is
What's
the
that?
first. how public has this been made? Is this sort of the
Oh,
real
well,
first
it was-
mention, or
This should be the first, like, actual public mention. I think the foreman was still cleaning up at that
and you would
site
even go so far
after-
as to present it here at our school instead of your own?
Well, yes, it is. It's much closer. It's on the way.
I,
And I
It
I
would
was
just
be
about to
can't,
say
honored.
it's just closer.
it's closer. It's on the way, and I just
Yeah.
can't wait to spread this good news.
we would be honored to have your presence. We could have something set up for you within a few minutes. We'll immediately get
Oh, well,
working to
that's-
that.
Yeah, that would be good.
Here. Well, I'll go make sure our secretary's on that, and also have her prepare some tea for us so we can enjoy a little chat. We see as she walks out.
Oh, but don't tell them exactly what I'm gonna be presenting.
Oh,
want it to be a
I
big
won't.
surprise.
I won't, of course. Would hate to
Yes.
reveal the secret, you know.
Right.
And something, of course, she never actually introduced herself, but you do now notice the nameplate on her desk that says Professor Gilwyn Roth.
Oh, keep an eye out for the thing that we're here for.
Yeah. Do I see anything that might look like that in here? Taking a look around.
I'm
the
gonna
room?
need an investigation check.
Did she walk out of the room?
She has walked out of the room, yeah,
Oh, okay.
So you
cool.
have-
What
you have
exactly are we
time.
here for again? A pebble?
with specific runes on it. You're not told what
Yeah, I
runes,
will
but
yeah, that's
you
a
probably
low
won't find
roll,
many
but
pebbles
17.
with runes. So yeah, you do a pretty good glance around the room and kind of try to carefully move stuff. You know, like move it so that way you can put it back without disturbing stuff too much.
I'm not like, digging underneath
Yeah.
the stacks of papers and anything. I
Um,
feel like if there's something that important, it's probably going to
I
be
have an
somewhere
idea.
out in the open.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to mess with too many of the papers. Although if she does come back and I'm looking at a paper, I'll just say I was curious as to what was
Yeah.
on it because
Um,
it's out in the open.
actually, Ogden could even be kind of set up keeping lookout. If he so chooses, yeah.
I have an idea.
So, yeah. You give me another investigation check because you have enough time to kind of do a second good glance as well. That's a lot better. So yeah, you get a much better look around this time. Kind of even notice like a small little secret sort of drawer that she has on her desk. You managed to actually find that. And you pull
Is
it out
locked?
and it just
Tell me it's locked.
actually it appears to be unlocked as she was previously in her office, so she just
Aw,
kind of careless.
damn.
However, you don't find a pebble in there. You find some
A rock.
mysterious sort of
Is this where she put my
leaves.
scale?
no.
Okay.
You find a bag that has a bunch of like I'll just say leaves in it.
It's
Um,
weed.
So
It's her drug drawer.
Is this the confiscated? Is this the confiscated?
you'll
Like
see like a
items
couple
from the students.
pills in there, and you're kind of like, oh,
Hey, you guys remember how I have my fake health potions?
Yeah.
Who wants to sell some college kids Adderall?
Yes, dude. Wait a minute.
Stop.
Guys. I'm an alchemist. If we get enough raw materials, we can actually make Adderall.
God. But why?
Why bother when we can sell them red water? Like, come on.
Well, no. See, the
Anyways.
thing is, we need to put a healthy supply
It's a
of real product.
concentration potion,
in-
guys.
We need to put enough of real product in with the fake stuff, so that way there's reasonable. There's. See what I'm saying here? So we can build up enough. Enough clout.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
I'm
man,
only
I
trying
think
to
there was-
sell 5. I just need 5 suckers to fall for it, and then we're gone.
Yeah,
You
we'll
think
get to
it's
that.
small time, baby? You
I
think
only
it's
have
small time?
5.
For that long.
I'm trying to think small time. I don't want to get called out for being a scam artist.
Yeah.
At a point.
Come on,
I
you're
am.
only a scam. You're only called a scam artist when you get found out. Come on, man.
And we're not going to be here that long, so why put that much
Exactly!
effort into it? Why? No, I'm saying why put as much effort as you're wanting to into it.
It's not
Yeah.
really all that much effort, to be honest.
It would be quite a bit of effort. Compared to, selling them some red liquid potions he already has in his bag.
Yep.
Anyways, so yeah, Ogden, eventually you notice, you can actually hear the footsteps of her coming back, and you notify Colress, and he goes back to sitting down.
Wait, the wrinkled old cunt's coming back.
Yeah. So
She's an
she,
elf.
yeah.
They don't get wrinkles, you dumbass.
I did actually specifically say that she did appear to have some wrinkle lines.
Oh, I wasn't thinking.
It's
Yeah.
just the stress.
Because
Yeah,
I'm not there.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
she
stress of
squints a
being
lot.
such a rude cunt.
She
Definitely
hasn't
not.
really been that though.
She hasn't. Everyone would be that way to Ogden. It's just his dwarf
Mhm.
mentality. Who knows? So she opens the door and
And
walks
see,
in
this
and
is why
says-
I have friends among the working men.
and you see her holding like a tray of tea, and she hands one to Ogden and says, "Here you go, Mr. Bodyguard." Walks over to her desk, places one down in front of Chorus, and places one in front of where she was sitting. Setting the tray aside, and sitting down in her chair. So, random thought. Of course, I suppose, just wanted to stay here. But wasn't there another pathway you could have taken to go almost directly to your hometown of Mare?
Oh, well, you see, there is something we discovered in there that leads us down this way, and I wanted to get there as soon as possible.
I see.
So this is a convenient stop along the way.
And of course, if I pry too much, you can feel free to, stop me. Is there any information you could tell me about where you might be headed?
The notes section of my character sheet, real quick. We're going to Alwick, right?
Yes.
And then is that the city that's near where we're going, or is that where we're actually going?
That is the
Like,
city
that's
that you
the
were told
city
to
that-
actually go to. Yeah.
Okay. What's the city that's near it that we were
Uh,
at, or the place that was near it?
there's nowhere near it.
Okay.
As far as you know, there's nowhere actually near to it.
Okay.
If you're
But it
referring to
is-
where you told the site manager Atticus,
That's
that
right.
was on the opposite side of the country.
Oh boy.
So yeah. Oh, I guess his power went out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rip.
Shit. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna send it to a break while I fix this real quick.
Full
I'm going
storm,
back in
thunder,
sync.
lightning,
So
big
yeah,
bang,
I'm gonna try
flash.
to work on wrapping up as fast as possible. As your power would probably go out again. Let's be honest. So
It's more than likely gonna go out. It goes out a lot.
yeah.
Sounds like it sucks, man.
Especially here.
Yeah. I
Don't you
lost my
really?
train of thought where I was. I believe she was just making idle chat, to be honest, and had asked
Yeah, she was
where
trying
you
to
were
ask
going.
where
Yeah.
we're headed. I'll tell her that we're headed to a place that was very important to Skathor. We're on a first name basis because I spoke with his ghost.
Who? Who?
You spoke to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or at least a remnant of him.
It was a projection, my man.
Wow.
She
Think
doesn't
of like
have
a
to know that.
pre-recorded message.
No,
It's a
no, she doesn't
pre-recorded.
have to know that. I'll just say
We
quiet,
spoke.
Trapezius.
No. He responded to the things that we said. This is like his virtual assistant.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Alexa, cast Fireball.
If
Or maybe
my-
he's not actually dead. You just spoke to the real guy.
Yeah, we just got on like FaceTime
brain.
with him. That's what
Yeah.
it really was.
Interesting. So
She's just pissing her pants.
she just kind of looks and says, "That's spectacular. I suppose with Skathor, there's so many places listed as being important to him that I can only assume you actually know exactly where you're heading, but I can only
Oh yes, but we don't want to give
imagine.
anybody a heads up on that.
Yes, I fully understand.
But what was the name of the place we sent the Atticus to? Or Atticus?
Opposite fucking direction.
Yeah.
I would have to pull it up because it's a hard name to remember. Tumen Zahar.
Zahar. But that's in the other direction than when we're traveling, so I can't tell her that. Because then she'll be like, well, why did you come this way?
Yeah. It is literally like on the far opposite side of the country.
Yeah.
Well,
Once I have
that
my
was louder.
map done, which I'm almost done with, I will have that posted and update the maps section that I will be
Well, yeah, I
re-adding.
have a familiar.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. I remember now. You do.
Forgot about that.
What animal is it?
An owl, of
Yeah.
course.
Of course.
You know I got that motherfucking thing on me.
Yes, the wise creature that you can only ever train to do one thing in real life.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why they said
Owls are
wise, not intelligence.
It has a high wisdom score, very low int.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very low con as well, surprisingly enough.
It's a bird. It has hollow
Yeah.
bones.
Yeah.
Not made to be very hardy.
Most birds have low con, except emus.
Yeah. True.
Emus are
Um,
dangerous things.
They can
As-
live
man.
As one of the
and
guys
die.
as one of the
Cassowary.
guys who actually went out there to kill
Yeah,
those birds back
cassowaries.
all that time
hold
ago.
on. Let me.
He said, if only we had tanks with a bullet carrying capacity of these damn birds, we would face any army.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, when you can unload machine guns into a crowd of
Um,
emus and just not really kill any of them because they just soak them up.
They found a couple
You're done.
bodies of emus that hunters shot at a later date, and found one bird had 47 bullets in its body
Yeah.
Yeah, those things
from a
are
machine
insane.
gun.
tanks. So,
Anyway, moving on.
you guys just idly chat for a while, moving the conversation to the Mare University itself. Before, after probably what's 10, 15 minutes, eventually you see the secretary open the door, peek her head, and say, Miss Inarath, we have sort of a stage set up for Mr. Brindle here. And she nods her head and says, thank you. Turning her attention back to you and says, I assume you're ready.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Well, I'll walk on stage first, introduce you for some of the students that might not be familiar.
I imagine that'd be quite a few
Yes.
out here.
At least the
Important surprise history lecture. Let's go.
they are somewhat familiar with your university, of course. So we can only hope that once you start getting onto your topic, it'll draw more people. And unfortunately, history is not the most well. Most students don't care to come to my history classes, I'll say. But I'm excited to
It
have
is
someone.
primarily a Bard college, not a wizard's college.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two primary classes are Alcoholism 101 and How to Deal with STDs.
Damn.
Probably.
He knows. How did you find my notes?
Bruh,
too
come
much.
on.
No, that is not the case.
You're not allowed to steal SAE's curriculum.
Yeah. So,
You forgot the raping part.
Well, no, they just kind of figure that out.
you'll watch as Professor Inaroth walks up on, or leads you out of the administration building, and leads you over to that fountain area you'd seen previously, where you see now even sort of a bigger crowd gathering around. You can, and it's easy to differentiate between the students and the administration. Because the administration is sort of like
Well, no shit.
nicely, well, but they're all elves. There's not, you can't tell the age
There's-
difference.
Well, yeah, but
It's
there's
hard
gonna
to
be
tell.
some sort of like difference in dress.
That's what I was
Very
just getting
obviously.
to as before I was interrupted. But you can see that the administration is sort of wearing nicer clothing, more sort of formal suits, whereas the students just don't seem to give a crap, and some of them are probably actually naked in the crowd.
No.
Arts College.
But
Yeah, Bard
No,
College.
they'd be wearing pajamas at worst.
Bard College.
Bard College.
I would not be surprised if somebody
Um,
at a Bard college and or
Is
in
one of
any
them
actual
see-through
college
pajamas?
went to
All right,
went
the
to
closest
college
I've
class in
seen
a
to
G-string.
naked in college was
I mean, yeah, in an
one
actual
of those
college.
tops that's basically just a sports bra and
Yeah.
short shorts.
Yeah.
I've seen sheer stuff, and that's it.
Okay, now take that and dial it up to 11 because bards.
Yep.
I
Girls'
mean,
school.
At an all-women's school that probably don't, half of them probably don't know males exist or just don't care.
Right, because we already know one character from this college you didn't know.
Yep.
Time to get some girl on girl action.
So, then again,
And
that character was
everyone
raised at the
was.
college, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
so, you watch as Professor Enneroth walks up on stage and greets the students and kind of starts doing a bit of an intro, saying along the lines of like, today we have a special guest that is from the Mare University that had
Mare.
recently come back from an archaeology expedition and found a great deal of information that he has come to share with the students today. And you see as she kind of turns to you and gestures and waves you up. And we will pick up there next week.
All
Oh,
right.
rip.
So,
Probably.
What we really need to do
Let me
is
check the
just
weather at
basically
least.
say is
Man, I was getting into a good vibe listening to Corpse.
when we get to the whole
oh,
Q&A
wait,
session.
bruh.
When we get to the whole Q&A session after the
that's a lot
after
of
the
red.
initial speech, what we should do is when somebody asks what you found down there, as soon as you say we found a bunch of we found ghosts and a few other things in there, pretty
Yeah.
interesting, and I just chime in with, we also found a shit ton of drugs.
So, are we
We
off
didn't,
stream
though.
now?
No, I've
No,
not had
yeah.
a chance to do the outro.
Okay.
So
'Cause we are at least semi-professional here.
I try
Sometimes.
to be. So,
Imagine.
thanks to everyone that tuned in the stream. Shout out to Kirby, the real trooper. You're a real one, Kirby. Yeah. To anyone that's in the stream, I know we actually had a new follow 16 minutes ago specifically. Thank you,
Oh,
S
nice.
Crow 2s. I think I said that right. For the follow. If you are in our stream and you currently do not follow us, follows are very much so appreciated. You can also
Oh yeah.
subscribe to our YouTube channel. There you can see our archived videos and actually catch up on our current session, which is easy to do as this is only episode 2. So there's that. Follow our Twitter. It's a wonderful, wonderful playground. And join our Discord. That's like the most important thing. If you're gonna do anything, at least join the Discord and follow the Twitch channel.
We got memes.
We have memes. It's a place we can interact
That
with
we do.
viewers. And it allows us to
I have many memes.
also, hopefully in this next coming week, I will try to have campaign information for this current campaign set up so that way it will be viewable in the Discord. So that way you can get sort of a good idea of what the characters look like. Or it's really only been said in the first episode, and yeah. I also have a map so that way people can kind of follow along and look at that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks to everyone that tuned into the stream.
Oh.
We love you guys. Appreciate you guys. See you guys next week. I think we're streaming next week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if I
Should
recall,
be.
should be.
My work schedule does allow for it.
Yeah.
I will be here the
Also,
week
I'm
after
kind of
next,
sad.
but-
All of my gifted subs ran out.
Aw,
Rip.
tragic. I'll have to
I
check
haven't
mine.
watched Twitch in that long.
Uh,
Damn.
I have 17 expired subscriptions, so
Pain.
but so yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next week. It's hard to say exactly what time, but it'll either be 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time or 7:30. So yeah, if you're in our Discord, you'll get a notification anyways. You can also actually set up notifications on Twitch itself. So that is all I have to say. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye,
I'm gonna go watch a Just Cause
Bye, have a
3
good
speed run.
time.
bro.